Social media has changed how we connect, watch, and share, but sometimes it also shows us death in real time. In this video, we'll look at 5 more real cases where influencers died while live streaming. These are not accidents behind the scenes. These deaths happened live, as their viewers watched it all unfold. From risky stunts to unexpected attacks, these stories reveal the dark side of online fame. It was October 14, 2021 in China. Luo Xiaomaozi, a 25-year-old fashion influencer with nearly 680,000 followers on Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok, posted a video that caught everyone off guard. In most of her past videos, Luo smiled warmly, wore stylish outfits, and gave off positive energy. But in this one, she said something unexpected. "This is probably my last video." Luo had gained a strong following for her fashion content and the kindness she seemed to show in every video. But in this final post, she revealed that she had been struggling with emotional pain for a long time. She explained that her cheerful personality online had been an act. In reality, she had been battling depression and had even spent more than 2 months in the hospital for treatment. She ended her video by saying she couldn't continue anymore. That same day, Luo told her followers to join her live stream if they wanted to understand what she meant. One viewer flagged the post as concerning, but Douyin's moderators dismissed it, saying it didn't break any rules. Around 1,200 people tuned in that night. Luo appeared calm at first. She wasn't crying or yelling, but she held up a bottle and said it contained a chemical, something locally called some cao kuai, a known pesticide. Some viewers begged her to stop. Others didn't take her seriously. A few mocked her, and some even encouraged her. Screenshots later showed comments like, "Just do it and stop wasting time." One person even wrote, "Haha, you really did it," as she drank from the bottle. Luo took a sip, wiped her mouth, and said it tasted bad. Then she drank more. She started gagging, grabbed her throat, and turned off her webcam. What many didn't know was that Luo had called the police and an ambulance right after ending the stream. She was rushed to the hospital that same night. News spread fast. Her fans were shocked. Her close friend, known online as Dudu is easy to be hungry, posted updates saying the internet police were involved. She also said they were looking for a lung donor, which suggested the chemical had caused serious damage. At 8:12 p.m. on October 15th, doctors stopped the rescue efforts. At 8:13, Dudu posted that Luo was near the end. By 8:14, her passing was confirmed. Fans blamed themselves. Some felt guilty for not doing more. Others pointed fingers at those who mocked or encouraged her during the live stream. One person who claimed to be close to Luo said she didn't actually plan to end her life that night. Instead, she hoped to get her ex-boyfriend's attention by creating a dramatic moment. But things spiraled out of control. Under pressure from viewers, she drank the chemical. Even though she called for help right after, it was too late. Luo had gone through emotional hardship for a long time. Her breakup with Zhao Ruolin, a college basketball player with over 2 million Douyin followers, had affected her deeply. After the breakup, she tried to reconnect with him, but instead she became a target of online harassment, mostly from Zhao's female fans. They accused her of seeking fame through him and said she didn't deserve him. Dudu later shared that Luo had shown signs of distress before. Some fans even noticed marks on her wrists in earlier videos. This live stream, many believe, was her most serious cry for help, but instead of support, she got cruel comments. After her death, Douyin removed users who posted harmful comments during her live stream. One of the deleted accounts had written, "Haha, you really did it." The platform also released a statement saying it didn't tolerate harassment, but by then it was too late. This wasn't the first case like this. In 2018, a 19-year-old woman in China lost her life after a similar situation. In another case, a man was arrested for urging a woman to jump off a bridge while filming her. In Luo's case, questions remain. Who should be responsible? What should platforms do when someone clearly needs help? And why did so many people watch, yet no one stop it? It was June 23, 2025 in Maracay, Venezuela. Gabriel Jesus Sarmiento, a 25-year-old computer programmer and social media influencer, started a live stream on TikTok. He had done this many times before, but this time something would go very wrong. Online, Gabriel was known as @unleaks. He had over 87,000 followers and more than 1 million likes. But his content wasn't lighthearted. He spoke about dangerous topics, calling out organized crime, corrupt police, and even high-ranking officials. In each video, he named names and tagged government agencies. Just days before his final live stream, Gabriel posted dozens of videos. In them, he accused officials of working with criminal groups. He said he had been threatened and claimed officers from the Directorate of Strategic and Tactical Actions, or DAET, had taken him. He also said he was held in La Morita prison for 15 days after he filed complaints against 2 of his former partners who had reportedly been threatening him. Gabriel didn't stop there. In his final posts, he mentioned powerful people like Diosdado Cabello, Venezuela's interior minister, Johanna Sanchez, the governor of Aragua, and Hector Rutherford Guerrero Flores, the leader of the Tren de Aragua, a criminal group that the United States now considers a terrorist organization. Flores, known as Nino Guerrero or Warrior Boy, is one of Venezuela's most wanted criminals. After a military operation on Tocaron prison where he was believed to be in control, he disappeared. Even though the government claimed the Tren de Aragua had been dismantled, Gabriel said otherwise. He showed images of gang members, revealed faces of officers he believed were corrupt, and warned that both gangs and inmates were targeting him. He also said threats were coming from another gang, Tren del Llano. During the live stream, Gabriel's voice changed. He looked anxious and started calling for help, saying, "I was kidnapped by Dat." He gave out his home address, repeating it several times, saying officials were working with criminals. Suddenly, a woman's screams were heard in the background. It was his mother banging on a door and begging for help. Then gunshots. Gabriel shouted, "They shot me!" Blood could be seen on the floor. 2 armed men entered the camera's view. One held a gun. More shots were fired. The live stream cut off. According to the Spanish news outlet El País, Gabriel was shot at least 9 times. His mother also hit, survived after being wounded in the abdomen. This was not a random act. Just hours earlier, Gabriel had posted many videos accusing both criminals and government officials. He even called out the Bolivarian National Intelligence Service, saying they refused to protect him. The live stream shocked many. It spread quickly on TikTok, Instagram, and X. People were horrified, not just by the violence, but because it happened live. Gabriel's death followed similar cases. Just weeks earlier in Mexico, 23-year-old influencer Valeria Marquez was attacked during a TikTok video at a salon. And in Veracruz, a mayoral candidate and 3 others were also killed on camera. But Gabriel's case stood out. He wasn't just popular, he was making direct claims and showing evidence. Soon after, Attorney General Tarek William Saab made a statement online saying prosecutors had been assigned to investigate Gabriel's death. The Ministry of Public Safety confirmed he was killed in Aragua, an area long associated with the Tren de Aragua. The 69th Prosecutor's Office Against Organized Crime was assigned to the case, but as of now, no arrests have been reported, and none of the people Gabriel named have been officially linked to his death. Earlier this year, the United States deported members of Tren de Aragua under the Alien Enemies Act. Some were reportedly sent to El Salvador's terrorism confinement center. U.S. Senator Marco Rubio later said hundreds of dangerous individuals had crossed the border in 2022 while pretending to be asylum seekers and were now scattered across multiple states. Meanwhile, Venezuela's government still claims the gang no longer exists. Diosdado Cabello even called it an urban legend, saying its leaders fled to Colombia. Gabriel didn't believe that, and others who have spoken out have faced similar threats. His final videos were a call for help. He believed no one would listen unless he made it public. In the end, he was right. He was in danger. And now he's gone. His case is still under investigation. It was December 4th, 2022, in Kathmandu, Nepal. The streets of Indra Chowk, a busy market in the heart of the city, were packed. Vendors called out to customers, the smell of street food filled the air, and tourists made their way through the narrow alleys. Among them was Gan Sujiong, a 29-year-old Chinese food vlogger known online as Fatty Goes to Africa. He had over 5 million followers and was loved for his easygoing personality and videos that showed different cultures through their food. He had made a name for himself filming in African countries, where his content first went viral. That afternoon, Gan was live streaming, as he often did. He walked through Indra Chowk with 2 friends, 32-year-old Li Chuzan and another companion. Gan was in a cheerful mood, joking with viewers and talking about the local dishes he was excited to try. The camera showed a lively scene with people walking past, food sizzling on open fires, and Gan smiling as he talked. But during the stream, something terrifying happened. While Gan and his friends walked down the street, a loud scream suddenly broke the noise of the crowd. The camera shook and then went black, but the stream didn't stop. Viewers could still hear Gan screaming. His voice was filled with panic and pain. Even though the camera was down, the live stream continued to broadcast the chaos and Gan's distress. Gan had been attacked. The attacker was a 37-year-old Chinese man named Feng Zhengyong, known online as Ayun. He wasn't a stranger, he was also a vlogger. Feng and Gan had a long-standing conflict. According to police, the two had disagreements involving money, and Feng had grown jealous of Gan's growing fame and success. Unlike Gan, who had millions of followers and international reach, Feng's online career had struggled. That anger had apparently built up over time. That day in Indrachok, Feng walked up behind Gan and attacked him without warning. It happened in broad daylight, in front of many people. A video taken by a bystander after the live stream ended showed Gan on the ground. He was lying on his side, holding his stomach. His shirt was soaked and he was struggling to breathe. His eyes were wide open, showing how much pain he was in. In the video, someone believed to be Feng could be heard yelling in Chinese. He didn't seem sorry for what he had done. Gan, barely able to move, tried to signal for help, most likely asking someone to call for medical assistance. Paramedics arrived and rushed him to Nepal's National Trauma Center. Despite emergency care, Gan passed away later that night due to serious injuries to his chest and stomach. His friend Li Chuzan was also hurt in the attack. He had been wounded in the stomach and was in critical condition at first but survived after receiving treatment. Feng was arrested not long after. He didn't resist. Authorities confirmed that this wasn't a sudden outburst. Feng had clearly planned the attack. He waited for the right moment, approached Gan in public, and carried out the act while the camera was rolling. What began as a normal live stream turned into a horrifying scene that was broadcast live to thousands of people. Gan Suzhong wasn't just another content creator. He stood out for his honest and respectful look at everyday life in lesser-known places, especially in Africa. His fans followed him because he showed things as they were with real curiosity and openness. His final moments were not shared through a polished video, but through a raw and unedited broadcast, one that no one expected to witness. Feng Zhengyong was charged with taking a life and causing serious harm. The case is still under investigation as authorities continue to look into the history between the two men. But with the live stream, witness accounts, and videos taken afterward, the evidence speaks for itself. It was May 12, 2025 in Texistepec, Veracruz, a small town with around 20,000 people. That night, residents filled the streets to support local mayoral candidate Yesenia Lara Gutierrez. She was part of the Morena Party, the same as Mexico's president, Claudia Sheinbaum. Yesenia was walking through the crowd, smiling and shaking hands. Just hours earlier, she had posted photos online from her campaign, writing about how the youth inspired her work. She looked confident and happy. The rally was being streamed live on Facebook. Women with children stood nearby, clapping and cheering. Then chaos. Gunfire rang out. Though the camera didn't show it, the sounds were loud and clear. In seconds, over 20 shots were heard. Screams followed. The camera shook, then dropped, still recording as people ran and panicked. Yesenia Lara Gutierrez had been killed. She wasn't the only one. 3 others lost their lives, including her daughter. 3 more were hurt. Photos began spreading online showing bodies on the ground. The images shocked not just Texistepec, but the entire country. The live stream stayed on her Facebook page into the next day. This wasn't a random act, it was targeted, and it happened live in front of the public. The next day, Veracruz Governor Rocio Nale, also from Morena, confirmed Yesenia's daughter was among the victims. She called the attack terrorism and said no position was worth a person's life. She promised that the state would use all its resources to protect democracy, especially with the June 1st elections nearing. At Yesenia's wake, the mood was heavy, not just with grief but fear. Joaquin Fonseca, one of her supporters, told the media, "We can't keep living like this, we're tired, this is fear at its worst." He added, "There are 5 people dead, not just 1. A family friend, Cruz Morales, said the violence had made everyday life unsafe. He explained how people were now afraid to go out at night, or even visit family, unsure of what might happen on the way. This wasn't the first time something like this had happened in Veracruz. On April 29th, just 2 weeks earlier, another Morena mayoral candidate, German Anuar Valencia, was also shot and killed. It happened in Coxquihui at his campaign office on the first day of the campaign period. These attacks weren't isolated. Local candidates across Mexico have been targeted for years. Criminal groups often try to control small towns by either buying influence or using force, and the list of victims keeps growing. Just days before Yesenia's death, a councilwoman named Cecilia Ruvalcaba was shot in a hospital in Jalisco. In March 2024, a mayor in Michoacan was killed while eating with his 14-year-old son. The son lived, but the mayor did not. In December, a congressman was killed in Veracruz. 2 months earlier, a mayor in Guerrero was found lifeless in a way that shocked even law enforcement. A former prosecutor and a police official were later arrested for being involved. Soon after that, a councilwoman was killed outside her home, and a mayor along with her bodyguard were attacked near a gym. On the same day, Claudia Sheinbaum won the presidency. These events show a disturbing trend. Local political roles in Mexico now come with serious danger. Governor Nally said that 57 local candidates had asked for protection, but it's not known if Yesenia was one of them. If she did ask, help didn't arrive. If she didn't, it's unclear whether it would have changed anything. Later that same day, just hours after Yesenia was killed, another shooting took place in Boca del Rio, also in Veracruz. 2 federal agents and another person were reportedly killed. Soldiers and officers quickly arrived. The exact number of victims wasn't confirmed right away, but the message was clear: Veracruz was not safe. President Claudia Sheinbaum addressed the violence the next morning. She confirmed federal help had been sent and said her office was working closely with state officials. She repeated the promise to ensure safety during the elections. Authorities have started an investigation into Yesenia's death. So far, no suspects have been named, no motive announced, and no arrests made. Yesenia wanted to serve her town and help the next generation. But her life ended in broad daylight, in the middle of her campaign, surrounded by the very people she hoped to lead. It was May 16, 2023 in China. A 34-year-old content creator named Wang, better known online as Sunqianj, or Brother 3000, was getting ready to live stream on Douyin, China's version of TikTok. He had built a strong following through extreme drinking challenges, even though the platform had already banned him before. His newest account had more than 44,000 followers. That night would be his last broadcast. The stream was part of a popular format in China called PK, where 2 creators go live and compete. Viewers send virtual gifts to the one they prefer. The loser has to carry out a punishment. For Wang, the punishment was drinking strong liquor called Baiju, which can be as high as 60% alcohol. Wang lost 3 out of 4 rounds. Each time he drank more Baiju on camera. A friend named Mr. Zhao joined the stream and saw him finish 3 bottles and start on a 4th. However, it's unclear how much he drank before going live. The stream quietly ended around 1 a.m. Nothing seemed obviously wrong at the time. But 12 hours later, at around 1 p.m., Wang's family checked in on him and found he had already passed away. Reports said his death was due to drinking too much alcohol. His body was cremated soon after. News of what happened spread quickly. Clips from his stream went viral but were soon taken down by officials. Some viewers were shocked, but others weren't surprised. Wang had built his reputation around this kind of risky content. Even though Douyin had banned him before, he always found ways to come back with new accounts. Wang regularly took part in live streams that involved heavy drinking. Sometimes he even lit the alcohol on fire as part of the show. He earned tips and grew his audience by pushing the limits, seeing it as a way to make money. Just weeks later, on June 2nd, another influencer met the same fate. His name was Zhongyuan Huangge, or Brother Huang. He passed away after also performing extreme drinking stunts on livestream. In one video, he burned alcohol-soaked tissue while surrounded by empty bottles. Huang's wife later shared that he was under pressure to earn money. They had a young son starting school and had just built a new home. Huang had even gone to Wang's funeral and promised to slow down. But he didn't stop. Both men were fathers who were trying to earn a living online. Baiju, the liquor they drank, is extremely strong. Some versions are nearly double the strength of regular vodka. Reports say Wang drank at least 7 bottles that night. Experts say the PK live stream format pushes creators to take bigger risks. The more extreme the act, the more tips and attention it brings. Viewers may not realize that their reactions often encourage dangerous behavior. Wang's passing led to public concern. State media covered the story and government officials spoke out online. The government started looking into new rules for tipping, live stream content, and online safety. China's live stream industry is worth nearly 199 billion yuan, or about $27 billion. With over 1 billion active users on Douyin alone, many people, especially those in financial trouble, see it as a quick way to make money. But that pressure can lead to dangerous choices. Wang wasn't the first person to lose his life doing extreme live stream stunts. In 2021, a creator known for eating large amounts of food passed away from health issues. In 2018, another died after drinking large amounts of alcohol and cooking oil on camera. Douyin does have rules against drinking during live streams. Punishments include warnings or banning accounts, but many users just create new profiles and continue. Often, by the time a video is removed, it has already been widely seen. Officials have made some changes. banning 31 behaviors, limiting tipping for users under 16, and stopping live streams for young people after 10 p.m. But many say that's still not enough. Wang's friend Zhao described him as a good and honest person, but the system rewarded risky behavior, and in just 12 hours it all ended. His videos are gone, his accounts are silent. But one question remains: how far are people willing to go for online fame, and who really ends up paying the price?